You are not allowed to work from home. This was 2018-ish. Pre-pandemic. I was working at a nuclear power plant in the mid-Atlantic. Once or twice a year we would get a heavy snowstorm. But we were far enough south that the local government wouldn't plow or salt anything other than the main roads. The power plant has a policy during inclement weather that no matter how long it takes you to get to work, if you make it in, you get paid for the day. Otherwise you have to take vacation. Note: I, like a majority of my coworkers, live in the closest large city, which is an hour away. The drive to the power plant is 1/2 interstate, 1/2 hilly, curvy country road. I wake up and see we have about 10 inches of snow overnight and text my supervisor to ask if I can work from home. I have my laptop with me. Don't have any work going on that I would need to be inside the power plant. And I'd mostly be reviewing paperwork anyway. Supervisor tells me the policy for inclement weather and that he was at work already and the roads weren't that bad. I reiterate that I would just be sitting at my desk doing paperwork when I eventually get in. He is hearing none of this and tells me I am not allowed to work from home. I need to drive the 50+ miles to work or take vacation. I didn't even bother to respond and decided take the vacation day. I head to a local store about a half mile, 0.8 kilometers, away and pick up some snow sleds. I'd like to note that the roads were bad. I was driving a 4x4 and had some trouble getting to, from the store. The wife and I do some sledding in the neighborhood, have some hot chocolate, and other classic, snow day, activities. Around 11 o'clock I get a text from my supervisor. Op. Are you able to come in to work? Hardly anyone showed up because of the snow. There is some document we need reviewed. And we really need you here in case we need someone to do something in the power plant. I tell him sorry, but I'm taking vacation today. Per the policy. He tells me he's emailing me the document to review and he can sign it for me if I approve. I replied, I'd take a look at it if I could. My supervisor told me I wasn't allowed to work from home. He never responded to that and I never heard anything else about it. But I didn't have to work that day, which was nice. Bonus MC. I am a salary employee, but have to record hours worked in a computer program. Our real HR policy says, if an employee works any part of the day, they will be paid for the whole day. I put 10 minutes of work time in for the time I was texting with him and didn't record any vacation hours. He approved my timesheet for 10 minutes of work and I saved a day of vacation. My boss has done the opposite. I let him know I was feeling sick. And he texted me, hey, I locked my account. Can you unlock it from home? Quote, I'm in IT. Yeah, it's unlocked. Going back to sleep now. Cool. You technically worked today, so it doesn't count as a sick day. Get some rest. He's a great boss. I simply cannot fathom people that seem to be unable to think beyond the letter of a policy. And I simply cannot stand people who seem to be unwilling to think beyond the letter of a policy. Excellent MC. It is good that you did not give in when they called you. Thumbs up, cowboy hat face. I was hoping this was going to be the op actually driving to work and getting there in the afternoon sometime. Meaning that rather than getting 8+ hours of work out of them working from home, the company had to pay a full day for them only working a couple of hours. The real story was so much better. I got into work. Why can't you? Sometimes that backfires big time. The county that I live in is much longer north to south than it is wide. One time the school superintendent, who lived in South County, looked out their window and saw only rain, ignoring the weather forecast calling for snow and freezing rain in North County. School was not canceled nor was it dismissed early. Several schools that were hit the worst had teachers and students stranded overnight in the Classrooms. Now school is cancelled at the first sign of a snowflake. We have a rule that absolutely protects vacation time. If you are called into work during your vacation, you are given an additional week of vacation at a later date. It's a great policy as it keeps the employer from bothering people for no reason. It provides a previously agreed upon emergency contingency, and it makes everyone kind of hope it could happen on their quick little vacation. It's a win all the way round and has only happened once in the last 25 plus years. I worked in a computer lab where 100% of our work was done on software in the cloud. We asked several times pre-pandemic if we could work some days from home, because commuting to the city was expensive and took a long time. They were adamant it would never happen. They said it couldn't happen because of this, that, the other. March 2020? Everyone was working from home within less than a week. I hate corporate culture. I hate companies. I hate how awful they are for no reason. It's all about control. My town was notoriously bad about snow removal, especially on the mountain where I live. I was a salaried employee of a consulting company. I worked at a client site where my employer billed $65 per hour for my time. As winter approached, I went to my manager and told him that I wasn't going to risk my life driving to my client site when the weather was bad. The client would let me work from home, but wouldn't pay the telephone charges to dial into their system. This was before high-speed internet was available. I said that if our company would reimburse me for the $35 telephone charges, I would work from home on snow days. He bucked it up the food chain and it was denied. Okay. On the days when I decided it wasn't safe to drive, I stayed home and used one of my personal days. Let's review. Under Plan A, I get my normal day's salary. My company gets $520 in revenue less the $35 for my phone bill. Under Plan B, I get my normal day's salary and my company gets $0. You are not allowed to work from home. Quote, narrator. 2 hours later. I need you to work from home. I did something like this with a previous job, but it technically was an MC. The entire city was shut down by some huge blizzard. One of the higher-ups sent out an email saying, "The office is open." Nothing more than that, but I took a chance that no one who would check on me was in that day. I worked from home. But because work from home needed to be approved a week in advance, I technically wasn't allowed. I still put down that I worked that day and no one questioned me on it. Our real HR policy says, if an employee works any part of the day, they will be paid for the whole day. Good on your HR for doing that. I worked at an org where, during new hire orientation, HR got in front of the new hires and said this exact thing. Did some employees abuse the policy? Yes. Did they also get passed over for promotion or put on PIPs because of shitty performance, i.e. not getting their work done? Also yes. A complete lack of flexibility is the key to success in business with a happy workforce. Said no one ever. Love it. I hate stupid policies and the managers that follow them blindly. Chef's kiss at reading how answering and replying to a text saved a whole day's vacation time. I'm on the west coast. To me, in the mid-Atlantic, you find ships and boats, but no cities or roads, and no nuclear power plants except on submarines. At first I thought op worked on a sub. There is hell out there. You gotta burn a vacation day if you don't come. Boy, am I glad I don't live in a country where that's a thing. I'm guessing Calvert or Anna. Maybe Surrey. That's probably the best part of our union. If we say the roads aren't good, we aren't supposed to show up and we aren't docked. It is insane to build a power plant that is accessed by a steep, curvy country road. Aside from snowstorms, how many other contingencies might require emergency access? Why did they not have a contracted provider to keep the road clear from interstate to entrance? When I'm asked why I don't support nuclear power, this adds another arrow to my quiver. That this existed for one moment is outrageous and proof that it is failure to imagine contingencies that opens the gates to real catastrophe. I put 10 minutes of work time in for the time I was texting with him and didn't record any vacation hours. He approved my timesheet for 10 minutes of work and I saved a day of vacation. That's hilarious. Real-life Vogans rolling on the floor laughing. Helps to know the rules. Good for you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.